Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. Today, we're going to discuss an important topic that often gets overlooked: pallet jack safety. Pallet jacks make moving heavy loads a breeze, but using them incorrectly can lead to serious accidents and operator injuries. We'll share some crucial tips to prevent accidents and injuries. So, let's get started. Pallet jacks are commonly regarded as being safer than forklifts, but there are still safety hazards that all pallet jack operators should be aware of, including foot injuries when loads are dropped or the pallet jack moves over the foot, back trauma from moving a loaded pallet jack or adjusting a heavy load, shoulder strain or dislocation when the pallet jack is pulled too forcefully, bruising or lacerations, tripping hazards caused by the pallet jack forks, property damage when the heavy load strikes a corner, column, wall, or other stationary object. Here are some essential precautionary tips to avoid those safety hazards. Tip number 1. Before every use, perform a thorough visual inspection. Look for any visible damages, worn-out parts, or loose components. Inspect the fork, wheels, handle, brake, and hydraulic system. Make sure the pallet jack is clean and free of debris. If you notice any problems, report them to your supervisor. Tip number 2. When loading or unloading pallets, you should follow some basic safety rules. Here are some general guidelines. Make sure the pallets are in good condition and not broken or overloaded. When loading, correctly align the pallet jack forks under the pallet and make sure they're fully inserted. Never overload the pallet jack beyond its capacity. Keep the load as low as possible and avoid tilting or tipping it. Secure the load with straps or shrink wrap if necessary. When unloading, always lower the forks completely before attempting to remove the load. Tip number 3. Another crucial thing to consider is the condition of the warehouse floor. The optimal surface conditions or flooring play a significant role in the safe operation of a pallet jack. Avoid operating on wet or slippery surfaces, as it can lead to skidding or loss of control. Additionally, be cautious of debris and obstacles that can impede the movement of the pallet jack. Tip number 4. Operating a pallet jack on slopes requires extra caution. According to OSHA regulations, the maximum incline for a ramp or walkway is 20 degrees. This requirement effectively sets the standard for the maximum slope of pallet trucks and forklift ramps, even though some are designed to serve steeper inclines. Make sure to avoid changing direction or speed on a slope. If you have to go up or down a slope, always keep the load uphill and use the brakes to control the speed. You should never leave a pallet jack unattended on a slope. Tip number 5. Warehouse entries and exits are high-traffic areas prone to accidents. Always approach these areas slowly and cautiously. Use horns or signals to alert others of your presence. Maintain a clear line of sight and be prepared to stop if necessary. Tip number 6. One of the most common injuries caused by pallet jacks is foot crush. This happens when a worker places their foot on or under the forks of a pallet jack and gets it trapped or crushed by the load or the equipment. To prevent this, always keep your foot off the forks and away from the pallet jack wheels. Also, wear appropriate footwear that protects your feet from impact and puncture. Tip number 7. Another common mistake that can lead to accidents is pulling rather than pushing a pallet jack. Pulling a pallet jack can cause you to lose balance and control of the equipment. It can also strain your lower back and neck muscles while straining the joints in the shoulder and elbow, which increases the risk of injury. Meanwhile, pushing provides better control and visibility, thus reducing the risk of accidents. However, if pulling is necessary, ensure the load is stable and maintain a firm grip on the handle. Tip number 8. Remember, pallet jacks are not Formula One race cars. Overspeeding through the aisles is a recipe for disaster, increasing the risk of collisions, wobbly loads, and potential tip-overs. Always operate a pallet jack at a safe and reasonable speed that allows you to stop or maneuver easily. Follow the speed limits in the warehouse and adjust your speed according to the conditions. Tip number 9. warehouse signage provides crucial information and guidance for safe operations. Always adhere to the posted speed limits, direction arrows, and other relevant instructions. These signs provide important information and guidance for the safety and efficiency of warehouse operations. They may include directions, warnings, rules, or reminders for the pallet jack operators and other workers. For example, some signs may indicate the maximum speed limit, the prohibited areas, or the emergency exits of the warehouse. You should always read and obey these signs and do not ignore or disregard them. Tip number 10. Last but not least, always wear personal protective equipment, PPE. PPEs are designed to protect you from potential hazards or injuries that may occur in the workplace. They may include gloves, boots, helmets, goggles, vests, or earplugs. You should always wear the appropriate PPEs for the task and the environment you are working in. Do not wear loose, dangling, or inappropriate clothing or accessories that may get caught or interfere with the pallet jack. Do not remove or modify the PPEs without authorization or reason. Despite adhering to safety regulations, accidents or emergencies may still happen. Therefore, you should know how to respond to them effectively and appropriately. Here are some steps to follow in case of an emergency. Stop the pallet jack immediately and turn off the power. Check yourself and others for any injuries and call for medical assistance if needed. Report the incident to your supervisor or manager and fill out an accident report. Do not move or touch the pallet jack or the load until the situation is assessed and cleared. Follow the instructions of the emergency personnel and cooperate with the investigation. For a comprehensive understanding of pallet jack safety, referring to international guidelines and standards is beneficial. Organizations such as the Occupational Safety and Health Administration, OSHA, provide detailed guidelines on safe pallet jack operations. Here is a recommended read for every pallet jack operator. OSHA General Industry Standard 1910.178. This document contains safety requirements for fire protection, design, maintenance, and use of fork trucks, tractors, platform lift trucks, motorized hand trucks, and other specialized industrial trucks. Check out other resources like ISO 3691, 2011, and ANSI B 56.6, 2016 for detailed recommendations on safe pallet jack operation. To sum up, the safe operation of a pallet jack requires diligence, awareness, and adherence to established guidelines. Following the 10 tips outlined in this video tutorial, operators can minimize risks, prevent accidents, and ensure a safe working environment. Before we wrap up, we would like to introduce you to our dedicated platform, Pallet Jackson. Our website is a hub for premium quality parts for motorized and manual pallet jacks. We offer a wide range of pallet jack parts, including wheels, bearings, seals, valves, pumps, handles, forks, and more. We also provide fast delivery, competitive prices, and excellent customer service. Whether you need to repair or upgrade your pallet jack, we have what you need. Check the links in the description to know more. Thank you for watching this video. We hope you found it useful and informative. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. Also, don't forget to hit the bell icon to get notified of our latest uploads. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. We would love to hear from you. See you in the next video.